There is a battle as old as gaming itself. It is the battle between what do we call it? Do we call it a mechanic or do we call it a mechanism? And here I will say that, oh, a mechanic is a person who fixes cars. But mechanics works inside machines and stuff, just like mechanism. So I can say mechanics, but not mechanic. I can say mechanism and mechanisms, whatever. Everyone's just fucking stupid. So here's what I'm gonna do. Today, I am gonna go through my favorite shit to do in board games. We're gonna be easy. I'm not really gonna worry about the people who thinks it's this or the people who thinks it's that. We can bond over the shit we love to do in board games. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take you on a ride on the things I love to do. In no particular order, except there's always a number one. And we're gonna go -1 to show you the one thing I absolutely fucking hate to do in board games. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. First up, the reveal. I love playing cards in games, but that seems a little too whatever. Every game has cards, you do the thing, it's easy. But what I absolutely love it when we are looking at our hand and we're picking something to do and we're all hiding and we're all looking around the table being like, what are you doing, what are you doing, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden you reveal! And everyone goes, ooh and ah! The best examples of this, I will say, are games like Walk the Plank or anything where you're trying to program things first. Also, Race for the Galaxy! And everyone is like, oh, I need to do this, but I also need to do that. Do I need to do that? And then you flip and reveal! It's juicy, but my favorite way of revealing is in a game called Rex, the re-implementation of Dune, but now there's a re-implementation of Dune. No. The Twilight Imperium Rex game, where I have a certain number of things and a certain number of things, and I pick a little token on my leader and I put it down! And we look at each other, and it's a standoff. And I go, oh, but you're ready. Then you go 1, then you go 2, then you go 3, and you reveal! And then there is joy and there is sorrow. And I just love that feeling. I love it the most whenever everyone is working with the same core rules and the same core cards. There may be a couple little bits here, but in a game like Magic, where every card is different, doesn't really gel with the vibe. But if we have the exact same cards, and we're just trying to bluff each other, which is, coincidentally, my second favorite thing to do, but in no order, except for the number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the bluff! Now, the best part of the reveal is when there's bluffing involved, where I'm saying, oh, I have this and you have that. Ooh. But that's not the bluffing that I'm necessarily talking about. I love the bluff in a game like Werewolf, in a game like The Resistance or Patriots and Redcoats, where I know something that you don't know, or maybe me and a couple of people around the table know something that you don't know, and it's just one of those, no, I'm a good guy. I promise, I'm the greatest. But spoiler alert, you're not the greatest. You're actually a bad dude. And I love that bluffing, that kind of social deduction style game where I get to actively bluff, which is why I hate it when we get into those kind of games and I'm just a regular fucking villager or a boring nobody. I would much prefer to be a conniver, someone who can bluff and do the things. I also like poker. I like bluffing in poker, but I'm not very good at it. The next thing is the draft. I love drafting in games. I love drafting cards specifically. I know there's some dice drafting games. I don't really care about that. But I love having a handful of cards, looking at them and going, what do I want to keep? But specifically, not really what I want to keep. What do I want to give these other jabronis? So it's like, what's good for me versus what's bad for them, or do I have a chance of this coming around? How many people are at the table? Ooh, I love drafting. And I just take it and I go, here you go. It does get a little unruly when other people are making decisions faster than you and you can't really get to it. But this is also the thing, and the only way I really like playing Magic the Gathering is where everyone's drafting around the table and I just love it. It's what got me into Seven Wonders. It's just, oh shit, I'm sorry. Next up, the play. Remember earlier when I said I love playing cards, but that's not good enough? Well, that is kind of that. I love playing card combos, specifically in deck building games. In deck building games, there's a thing where you basically just play everything from your hand, and I don't fucking like that at all. But I love it whenever it's like, oh, you play this and then this happens, and so you have to order the cards in a certain way, and you gotta get that combo just right, and you juicy until it's kabooey. I love card combos. What was that game? Cthulhu Realms was a really good card combo game that if I played this, but if I played this after this or before this, it would get different effects. I love comboing. It's just, I love it. Maybe it's the fighting game fan in me that I just love comboing them together. In a worker placement game or a tile laying game, combos are fine, but nothing is better than having a handful of cards and being like, bam, 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 combo. They have made games that are fighting games that are card. I should try those. Oh wait, there is one thing that is better than comboing cards. The pull! And it is my absolute favorite shit to do in board games. And it's, pulling stuff out of a bag. I love it. I love it so much. I love it in Chinatown. I love it in Zularetto. I'm gonna love it in Watergate. I love drawing shit from bags and being like, I love it. Sure, I can roll a die, I can draw a card, but fuck that noise. I just love digging around in here. Sailing Towards Osiris did a good job too. And being like, what'd I get? I don't know what this does because I haven't played the game yet, but I love drawing stuff from bags. What I do not accept, however, is when a bag is merely a storage solution for the shit in your game, but it has no mechanical purpose. See the majority of Kickstarters that give you a bag drawstring to do stuff. But no, you give me a bag to draw shit from, like Zularetto, and I just draw things from you. It's my favorite thing. I love it. So if I ever open your game and I see you have a bag, ooh, it's right up there with metal coins for things that just get me rock fucking hard. And I love it. I love it so much. But if I see that you just gave me a bag as basically another Ziploc, zip tie, whatever, no, you better have purpose for this. Because nothing is more satisfying. And I love is just drawing shit from this bag. And my absolute least favorite shit to do in a game has to do with these numbers right here. That first number isn't a 2 or a 1. All this does is remind me that I am not gonna get your game to the table as much as I want. Because if your minimum player count, specifically if it's 3, it just digs it right into the side because I know I'm not gonna get you to the table as much as I want, or even at all. At least if you're going 4, 5, and 6, I know that there's a lot. But if you get down to 3, I knew there's a way for you to make it a 2-player game. I don't know why I went all fucking Groundskeeper Willie there. So the shit I hate doing in board games is not being able to play them. And with a 3+ player count, there's a big chance I'm not gonna be able to play it. And that makes me sad, because I just love playing games. What is your favorite shit to do in a game? Let me know. I want to read some comments. I ain't look comments. Oh, and everyone has to do this, so I think I have to do it too, because I'm going to make another year video next month. So in the meantime, I'm going to say, raw dog the like button. I'm going to try to make that a thing. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on this and putting aside our differences with the mechanicisms that they are. I just love doing shit in games. Those are the things I love doing, and the one thing that I don't love doing, and funnily enough, the thing I don't love doing is not playing it, so I just love playing games. I hope you and yours are well. Peace out. There is a struggle, no, that's not right.